My name is Jack Heyman. I'm an executive board member of ILWU Local 10.
Maybe you can talk about the role of Jerry Brown in the union.
Well, yeah, I could actually. He came out and supported us back in 1998, and it was totally an opportunistic move on Brown's part because at that time he had a program on KPFA, and he was trying to build a base of support running for mayor of Oakland. We were engaged in a struggle of solidarity with the Liverpool dockers who had been locked out. And so a picket line, a community picket line of labor activists was set up in the Port of Oakland. And who showed up but Jerry Brown, because the cameras were rolling and the radio stations were there. And so he got publicity for himself under the guise of coming out to support labor. And, you know, in fact, Jerry Brown was for Jerry Brown. He always has been. That's why he's been the political chameleon that's been able to survive for so long. You know, on one hand, posing as a friend of labor, even coming out for a Labor Party back in the mid-90s, saying that the Democratic Party is bought off by big interests. Well, that same party has always been his party, and he's running now for governor again. A few years later, back at the start of this war, in 2003, there was a demonstration, an anti-war demonstration on the docks in Oakland. Jerry Brown gave the green light to riot police, to attack the picketers. There had been set up an organization called the California Anti-Terrorism Information Center, set up by the governor of the state at that time, Gray Davis. California under Gray Davis was the first state government to set up an anti-terrorism agency. Jerry Brown gave the green light for the Oakland police to attack picketers, and 25 people were arrested. It was a very bloody attack. They used wooden dowels, concussion grenades. Several longshoremen were hit by police projectiles. I was arrested and beat up by the police. I was business agent at the time. And Jerry Brown, to this day, has never apologized or admitted he did anything wrong. And, you know, it's hypocritical on his part, because not only does he claim to stand for labor, but he claims to stand for civil liberties, for people's right to free speech. He had a program on KPFA that dealt specifically with the question of civil rights. And here he was giving the green light to police to attack not only anti-war demonstrators, but longshoremen in the port.
Do you think the ILWU and the union should support him for governor?
No, I don't think any labor organization should be supporting him. The fact that he's now being smeared, so-called smeared, by his Republican opponent because of his connections to Goldman Sacks, it shows which class side he's on. You know, there's qualitatively not a difference between Jerry Brown and Meg Whitman. I'm supporting the building of a Labor Party or a Workers' Party. At this point, I don't see that happening right now. I'm registered Peace and Freedom.